period. End of story. Strong letter to follow.
Yeah, that was strong.
Wow.
I say it's up to you, but please, please never hand me your phone afterwards and ask me to take a picture for you, because that's nasty.
How would you know they were in there taking pictures?
No, I'm in the stall next to them, and I'm witnessing it. Forget it.
That one went on and on. All righty, tomorrow Jill Martin gets up and close and personal with Richard Gere.
And from the NBC show that'll blow your mind, blind spot actor Sullivan Stapleton.
Plus, what does your handbag say about you, Hoda?
It says that I'm a
Hers has a bowling ball in it.
It does say that.
And a performance by Mark Scabilia. Have a great Thursday.
Journey to the top of the world, the Arctic, where climate change is changing more than just the weather. As drilling, shipping, and tourism increase, what will it mean for the people who call this place home? Our special series continues tonight on
If you're like me when you cook for your family, you look for the purest ingredients, no antibiotics or other additives. That's why I buy Springer Mountain Farms chicken. It's healthy and tasty for my picky eaters. But don't take this cook's word for it. Some of the nation's top chefs serve and list Springer Mountain Farms chicken on their menus.
American Humane Certified, raised without antibiotics, pure Springer Mountain Farms chicken.
So good, and so good for you.
Storm Team 5 Weather Alert Day activated. That means hourly updates, continuous coverage everywhere, and important information about your neighborhood until the weather passes. Storm Team 5 Weather Alert Day activated today.
We have this huge team that's busy making sure you have everything you need the moment you turn on the television.
There's not a spot in the Palm Beaches and Treasure Coast that we don't cover in the morning.
Wake up with Today on 5, weekdays on WPTV News Channel 5.
Time and temperature from TD Bank.
Live, local from WPTV. This is Today on 5 at 11. Local coverage you can count on.
Right now, several major things developing, including reports of some sort of a hazmat incident going on at the Holiday Inn at Palm Beach International Airport. We understand one person was taken to Good Samaritan Medical Center. 9 were treated at the scene. The hotel has been evacuated.
Now, fire crews were called to the scene this morning and quickly requested hazmat assistance. News Channel 5's Andrew Reese is on the scene with the latest.
Hazmat crews are here at the Holiday Inn on Belvedere Road, where they're experiencing some issues with a possible gas leak. That's what West Palm Beach police are saying. Right now, we know that West Palm Beach Fire is working an unknown hazmat situation here at the Holiday Inn on Belvedere Road. The fire department says that 15 people who were exposed to an unknown odor were complaining of respiratory problems and were taken to the hospital. The hotel has been evacuated. Right now, we can see that hazmat crews are still working to get suited up, enter the building to exactly figure out what that odor was or if it is a gas leak indeed. Right now, the westbound lanes of Belvedere remain closed, and we're going to remain on scene trying to bring you the latest details. In West Palm Beach, Andrew Ruiz, WPTV News Channel 5.
All right, Andrew, thank you. And just to update that situation, one person, again, was taken to Good Samaritan Medical Center. 9 people treated on the scene. This is the latest news that we got. Cleaning crew went in to clean an unoccupied room. They reported an odor coming out of that room, and other people on the floor then reported smelling that same odor, and that's when the hazmat was called in. The hotel has been evacuated since then, and all the guests have been accounted for. As Andrew reported, we will stay on top of this story. As soon as we get some more information, we'll break in and let you know what's going on. Tanya?
All right, thank you, John. Also going on right now, waves of stormy weather making their way through the region. It seems like it's been going on all week. Meteorologist Glenn Glazer is here with what you need to know on this Weather Alert Day. Glenn?
Yeah, thank you, Tanya. We called a Weather Alert Day today because the meteorologists here at News Channel 5 believe the weather today will greatly impact your daily routine. That's what it's done so far. That's what it will continue to do through the afternoon into the early evening. Here are our main weather threats for the rest of the day. There's a moderate risk for lightning. There will be some gusty winds. There's also a slight risk for tornadic activity, at least funnel cloud development. That's something we're going to watch for through the afternoon. But the biggest threat will be localized flooding. Once again, some very heavy rainfall moving through the area that could cause some major issues on the roadways. Here's a look outside our Live 5 camera over downtown West Palm Beach. And here's a look at the radar. And you can see that moisture surging up from the south now. Some pretty good lightning strikes coming in right now from our lightning counter just offshore. But take a look at this. Along the Treasure Coast, Indian River County, St. Lucie County, relatively quiet. We had a lot of heavy rainfall here this morning. Got some shower activity moving up through Stewart and into St. Lucie County right now. And down in Palm Beach County, some heavier rainfall in the yellows here and the reds here. And you can see some of that lightning data just offshore coming in. So some thunderstorms offshore. And this was a big thunderstorm that moved up through Broward County right along the coast. Looks like it's falling apart a little bit right now, but there's some very heavy rainfall down to in the southern parts of our viewing area. We got an area of low pressure. Here it is right here, sitting off to our southwest. That's what's helping to pump all that rainfall, all that moisture right up into our area. And everything circulating around this. You can see the broad circulation there around this low. This low is going to move up to the northeast over the next few days. So tomorrow, again, a chance for heavy rainfall as this low is on the move up to the northeast. Eventually, as we get into later Saturday and Sunday, the low will be far enough to the north that it won't be impacting our weather very much, and we'll have less of a chance for rain, especially for the second half of the weekend. There's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast through the afternoon. Showers and storms, some heavy rainfall in spots. We'll take a look at the timing for the rainfall coming up in just a few minutes.
Glenn, thank you. And despite the soggy roads, traffic did manage to make it through rush hour pretty safely today. A little slow going perhaps early on, but no real problems on the road. And for all that excess rainwater, we checked in with the South Florida Water Management District a short time ago, and yes, they're keeping very close tabs on the rainfall amounts, but they say that in the days before the storm, workers prepared the system to handle all that excess rain. Right now, the spillways are open to get water out as quickly as possible, and pump stations are also churning away. However, the district says so far the system is in good shape. Let's hope it stays that way. Now, our Storm Shield app, there's no better way to get weather alerts for your exact location and keep your family safe. Think of Storm Shield as a weather radio that's with you wherever you go and on your Android or iPhone. Just go to WPTV.com for the link.
Now, new at 11, deputies are investigating after some unusual items washed ashore on the Palm Beach Martin County line this morning. And we're not talking about seaweed. News Channel 5's Chris Stewart in Tequesta with the drugs authorities found. Chris?
Yeah, Tanya, in Coral Cove Park, it is open right now, but you can still see a couple of deputies in this area. They had the park closed for a short time this morning after finding this. Take a look at your screen. The Martin County Sheriff's Office tweeted these pictures a short time ago. Bags of drugs that washed ashore in this area, just about a mile from where we are at Blowing Rocks Preserve. Now, take an exclusive look here from Chopper 5 at the scene when deputies first got here after finding these drugs. At this point, still a lot of questions, not clear on the type of drugs or exactly how many drugs, these bags of drugs washed ashore. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is leading this investigation. We are in touch with PBSO, and we will keep you up to date with the very latest. We're live in Tequesta. Chris Stewart, WPTV News Channel 5.
Chris, thank you. Disturbing details emerging this morning from a joint state investigation into the fumigation of a Palm City home. The full report from the Florida Department of Agriculture shows that Sunland Pest Control, the the company subcontracted to Tenth, the McCaughey home, used faulty equipment during the fumigation. Now, the state says the 2 gas meters crucial to ensuring a home is safe to re-enter were not in working order. Yesterday at 6, we broke the news that the Department of Health confirmed that 10-year-old Peyton, now severely brain damaged, is
21.
suffering from exposure to pesticides. The investigation also shows that Sunland employees did not participate in training programs on how to properly use these pesticides.
The parents of a missing Florida toddler have been arrested on drug charges. 25-year-old Lana Laura Moore Barton and 42-year-old Chris Barton were arrested Wednesday night. They are the parents of Lonzie Barton, who was 21 months old when he disappeared July 24th. Lana Barton is also accused of child neglect and giving false information in connection with Lonzie's disappearance. Barton's 32-year-old boyfriend, William Reuben Ebron Jr., remains in jail on child neglect charges. The parents are scheduled to appear in court today.
John, a lot of law enforcement involved with that investigation, and there's a new movement today to support law enforcement, gaining steam across the state, and organizers asking for your help out there. It is called Paint the Town Blue. The group, called the Florida Auxiliary of Wives Behind the Badge, wants homeowners and businesses to just put something blue in their windows today to show support for your law enforcement. This group says so far in this year alone, 83 law enforcement officers have died in the line of duty in our country. It's actually part of a bigger movement as well, called nationwide, called Step Out in Blue. That's some of the video you're taking a look at now. Ask those who support law enforcement wear blue on the 3rd Thursday of each month. So again, they're trying to expand this, making you wear blue on the 3rd Thursday of each month, supporting our police officers and sheriff's deputies out there. Tanya?
We'll take a look at this picture that's going viral. It's a picture of an officer and an ex-con praying together in Texas. Now, what's even more shocking is this convicted felon was arrested by this same officer several years ago. But the ex-con, who has 6 felony convictions, has turned over a new leaf. After serving time, he found religion. He says in the last week and a half, he has only wanted to pray for police officers.
All eyes are on the Federal Reserve today. The Fed is looking to possibly raise interest rates. If it does raise the interest rates, that risks dampening economic recovery that has taken place since the economic crisis of 2008. That means borrowing loans for mortgages, car loans, and corporate bonds would likely increase for you. If the Fed maintains the record low rates, well, there's the possibility that the economy will overheat and inflation will eventually rise. Some good news for Florida residents. The median household income has returned to the same range that it was before the recession. New figures released this morning by the U.S. Census Bureau show the median household income last year was almost $47,500. That's not only an increase over 2013's median income of $46,000, but it's the highest since the start of the recession. The census figures also show that fewer Floridians are married than they were a decade ago.
Well, weather continues to be a factor in most of the plans today. You can see overcast skies. We've had rain as you're going into work, and chances are you're going to have rain going home tonight.
Yeah.
We'll have the latest coming up in a few moments.
No boats out there today, but hey, stay inside and check us out. Nothing says celebration quite like champagne and, hey, a beautiful cake, too. Just ahead, Howard from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen is showing us how to mix a little bubbly into a tasty dessert.
The perfect evening wear for every occasion. Over 1,000 dresses in stock, sizes 00 to 26, and the perfect accessories to complete your look. Mario Pucci Boca, a little bit of Madison Avenue in the heart of Boca.
Here at Humana, we value sticking with things. When something works, people stick with it. More people stick with Humana Medicare Advantage because we stick with them. Humana Medicare Advantage, the plan people stick with.
Your morning alarm, your TV, even your lights. They keep your family comfortable and connected. But when the power goes out, you're left in the dark. Power outages aren't just a hassle. They can be costly too. Until now. Meet GE Generator Systems. Unlike larger, more expensive models, a GE backup generator uses patented power management technology. So it automatically powers more of your home for less money. Best of all, a GE Generator System lets you power your entire home, all for a lower cost to purchase, install, and operate. So owning a standby generator is now more affordable than ever. Call today for a free estimate. Plus, for a limited time, get $100 cash back with your purchase. With GE Generator Systems, life goes on, even when the power goes off. So find the smartest generator at the smartest price. Plus, get $100 cash back when you buy now. Call today for your free estimate and keep your power on, no matter what.
Don't make a mattress mistake you'll have to live with for years to come. At City Mattress, we'll offer you over 80 comforts at the guaranteed lowest prices, deliver it for free, and guarantee your comfort. Enjoy worry-free shopping today from the experts at City Mattress.
We stop arthritis pain so you don't have to stop. Tylenol 8-Hour Arthritis Pain has 2 layers of pain relief. The first is fast. The second lasts all day. We give you your day back. What you do with it is up to you. Tylenol.
Take center stage at your bat mitzvah, prom, or homecoming in a dress from Mario Pucci Boca. Over 1,000 dresses in stock, sizes 00 to 26, and the perfect accessories to complete your look. Define your style at Mario Pucci Boca.
Today we have a special guest helping us celebrate during this first week of our newscast.
That's right. He didn't cut any corners
hold
today.
back.
Thank goodness.
It's a big deal. We got an hour of news.
Yes.
That's right.
So we need to celebrate.
It's a big deal. We got out of the test kitchen and came in here. This is Howard from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. You usually see him somewhere else, but today we're having a little champagne celebrated cake. Is that what we're calling it?
Because we have to celebrate this.
Well,
so,
good. Here,
and it's really
ching,
easy.
ching.
Let's all toast here.
And we get to tell everybody what's really in here?
Yes.
Sure.
Champagne. All right, enough drinking. Let's get making what we're doing here. So what we have is a cake that fits any occasion. This is great if you have a new newscast, right through Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas.
Beautiful.
It starts with a cake mix. And what we do is instead of adding water, we're just adding a little bit of champagne to the batter. And we bake it off like regular. And then we're taking some confectionery sugar and a little bit of champagne.
A little bit more.
Look at that.
And a little bit goes a long way here. And what we do is we stir this together so it's a glaze. And again, just to help with our time, that comes together. And we put it in a Ziploc bag. And then, let me just move this over a little bit. And we just cut the corner of the Ziploc bag, and we just drizzle this. It looks very fancy schmancy, I think is a technical term.
That is, but you know, that's cool that you use a little Ziploc bag like that. It works wonders, right?
It's great.
There's too fancy.
It's not too fancy. You just throw it away and you're done.
How pretty he makes that look. I could never do that.
You've done this before.
I have, but you know what? Anybody can do it. It's that easy.
It.
And then when you're done, we just put it up here.
So pretty.
And we decorate it with some fresh fruit. And again, it can be whatever's in season. And you know, the winter, we can do the Florida oranges, which is a nice contrast to the lemon zest in there. And then I think the only way we can know if it's really good
is we get to try it.
You get to
Love
try it
it
and see if it's truly worthy of that.
My own big chunk, huh?
Didn't have breakfast, so we get to try
You're
it.
a big boy now. So.
Yes. Oh, this is good stuff.
This really looks great.
And
smells
the
great.
glaze will sink into the cake as it's being made, so it's nice and rich, and you just get that little bit of taste of the champagne without overdoing it. You can do this with ginger ale if you want to stay away from the alcohol, but why bother?
But for TV purposes, gang, that's what we have in here. Ginger ale
Ginger
today,
ale,
okay?
yes.
That's right.
I can vouch for that.
And the
It
recipe
doesn't smell like any champagne I've ever had.
The rest will be on the website this afternoon, so you can grab the recipe. It's
This is
that
really
easy.
good.
Handful of ingredients, or you go to MrFood.com and get all of our recipes like normal.
So let me make sure that when you leave today, that's John's, and then this is mine.
I think it has your name right on it.
I love
There it is. I like the way you think.
He drizzled Tanya right on it. Hey, don't be spilling the raspberries.
I know, they're falling on the floor.
Looks so
Sorry.
pretty. Well, thank you so much.
and congratulations.
Thank you.
Excited.
We'll have you back again.
I would
real
love
soon.
to.
I hope we can do this on occasion, on a regular basis.
We will. We'll get out of the test kitchen right here.
Beautiful. We like that. This will be our own little personal test kitchen. And we are just days away from the Pope's first U.S. visit. Find out how you can stay involved in his trip if you're not able to see him in person.
And we're bringing you the latest on this weather alert day and when and where we can expect to see more bad weather. Glenn will have that forecast. We'll be right back.
New tacos are taking Hurricane Grill and Wings by storm. Try our mesquite beef, tropical chicken, or Carolina pulled pork tacos with chips and salsa for just $7.99. This flavor forecast won't last long, so visit one of our 7 Palm Beach area locations today.
Addiction, like a thunderstorm, begins with a single drop, sweeping families away in the surge.
I didn't have my father in my life, my mother. I didn't know where she was.
Here in South Florida, Faith Farm Ministries, a free residential recovery program, provides shelter from the storm.
Faith Farm gave me the hope. Faith Farm gave me the love.
Miracles happen every day here.
To learn the many ways you can support Faith Farm Ministries, including the donation of usable household items, visit faithfarm.org.
Have you heard the news about Devonshire at PGA National? Our Palm Beach Gardens community has elegant new apartment finishes and a beautifully renovated clubhouse, exquisitely designed for today's discerning senior. Come explore these exciting enhancements and see why Devonshire is Southeast Florida's premier retirement destination.
Living at Devonshire does really give you peace of mind and gives us the freedom really to enjoy the things in life that we enjoyed.
I love it here at Devonshire. I have all of the security and none of the responsibilities and all of the pleasures without the work.
Well, I think coming into Devonshire was the smartest decision we've ever made in our lives, really. It just created a new life.
Devonshire apartment homes are selling fast. Don't miss your opportunity to live the lavish lifestyle you deserve. Call for a free brochure today.
Yesterday, we mapped the DNA of Patricia's breast cancer. Yesterday, we delivered a targeted treatment to stop David's skin cancer. Yesterday, we discovered the drug that works for Amanda's leukemia also stops Daniel's bone cancer. But that was yesterday. Today and tomorrow, our team of experts and researchers discover, develop, and deliver the most precise treatments. Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center. No one is more prepared to fight your cancer.
The forecast calls for a 100% chance of spicy, sweet, and savory flavors. Try them all with our new beach combo. Get jumbo wings or hurricane boneless wing dippers, plus your choice of sliders, nachos, tacos, and more. Just $10.99 for a limited time at Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Time and temperature from TD Bank.
Good morning. Welcome back. Time now 11:19. Would you believe Pope Francis now appears on a baseball card? Believe it. The Philadelphia Phillies were handing out free Pope Francis rookie cards at last night's game against the Washington Senators. Of course, all of this before the Pope makes his first trip to the U.S. next week. In addition to a stop in Philadelphia, the Pontiff's U.S. tour also includes stops in Washington, D.C. and the Big Apple, New York.
Well, Pope Francis is due to touch down on the U.S. soil a week from tomorrow for the first time since becoming Pope. And the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops is preparing with a new app for Android and Apple devices. The app promises to stream video both live and on demand. Now, it will be of the Pope's stops in Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and New York, along with lots of other content, both text and video in English and in Spanish.
I probably won't be able to attend the papal visits, but now that I know about this, if I have a chance to click on and see it, absolutely, I want to see it.
Well, the app is free to download, provides daily scripture readings, and has a feature to help users find a parish near them.
And Cuba is also preparing for the Pope's visit. Workers were busy. They were seen putting banners up yesterday in Havana welcoming the Pope for his 4-day visit. They were also setting up a stage in Havana's Revolution Square. That's where Pope Francis will celebrate Mass on Sunday. On Monday, the Pope-mobile was being driven around the city streets as part of rehearsals for the upcoming visit. Following his visit to Cuba, as we said, Pope Francis will travel to the U.S. News Channel 5's Michael Williams is traveling with News Channel 5's Michelle Quesada to Cuba for the Pope's visit this weekend. Our reports begin tomorrow night, Friday night. You can follow both of them on Facebook and Twitter as we document this historic visit and its impact on South Florida residents.
That's so exciting. All right. It is a Storm Team 5 weather alert day. We had a very messy early morning. Then things got a little better during the mid-morning hours, and now we're starting to see more rainfall picking up. Let me move it out of the way today so you can check out what you need to know. The weather alert day will run until at least 8 o'clock tonight. That's also when the flood watch will expire for Palm Beach County unless they extend it. But we also have a flood watch for the Treasure Coast that goes from now until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Localized flooding a possibility, and we could see a very slick afternoon commute. Here you see the flood watch, all the counties colored in. It's eastern Palm Beach County that's under the flood watch until 8 o'clock tonight. Okeechobee County without any watches, but that doesn't mean that we couldn't see some very heavy rainfall in Okeechobee County. Boca getting a little break right now. Some heavy rainfall just moved on through. It's now pushing up to the north. You can see all the lightning strikes just off to the east here. And in the yellow, that's heavy rainfall from Boynton Beach all the way up to West Palm and heading up into Palm Beach Gardens and Jupiter as well. We've also got some fresh rain that just kicked up right around the Stewart area, kind of fizzling out a little bit now, and some more rainfall moving very close to the coast along Indian River County and some near Mico as well. Okeechobee County fairly quiet right now, but as you take a look at the wider picture, you'll see there's a lot of moisture lifting up from south to north so far this afternoon. Here's a look at Vipercast. Watch what happens. Over the next few hours, just isolated showers and a few thunderstorms in the mix. Once we hit the mid to late afternoon, that's when things start to pick up even more. Showers and thunderstorms moving south to north, and a few storms could be strong and some rainfall could be heavy, and that's when we could see that localized flooding through the late afternoon and into the early evening hours. And then things quiet down quite a bit overnight. So some pretty good news there. You may hear some rainfall overnight, but maybe not as much as we heard last night. So weather alert day today, high temperatures mid-80s, widespread rainfall possible this afternoon, and winds out of the southeast at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. The chance for rain today is about 80%, and about the same for tomorrow. We may call another weather alert day tomorrow. Of course, we like to wait, check the latest data in the morning before we do anything like that, but it's looking that way. Then as we get into Saturday and Sunday, things start to change. That low pressure that's pumping all that moisture into South Florida starts to move to the north and east of us, and that will lower our rain chances to about 50% Saturday, 30% Sunday, and then rain chances right around average for this time of year, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
All right, thank you, Glenn. Well, you know those laundry pods that you use to wash clothes, well, their packaging could soon have a new look. Now, the change comes after nearly 11,000 kids under the age of 6 ate or inhaled the detergent pods last year. An international organization is asking detergent makers to put warning labels on the packaging, making casings harder to open and blurring clear containers to hide the colorful pods inside, because we know kids are attracted to those colors. They also suggest manufacturers produce pod casings that dissolve more slowly and give them a bitter taste to prevent children from biting into them. If you're paying more for antibacterial soaps, well, you may want to consider this. New information finds they are no more effective than plain soap when it comes to reducing bacteria. A Korean study tested the effect of triclosan, the active ingredient in antibacterial soaps, on 20 different strains of bacteria. They found no significant difference in how antibacterials and plain soaps removed bacteria during hand washing.
Well, we know that eating a healthy diet is good for your body. Now there's increasing evidence it's great for your mind as well. Researchers studied the diets of more than 15,000 people over the span of a decade. Those who ate the most fruits, vegetables, legumes, and nuts, they were significantly less likely to develop depression. So load up on those fruits and veggies and be happy. Even a moderate amount of these healthy foods was linked to a lower risk of depression. New research finds the practice of eliminating wheat or dairy in the diets of children with autism does not improve behaviors or symptoms of the condition. Experts say most dietary restrictions are not harmful for children with autism, but parents should always consult with a doctor.
The GOP frontrunners went toe-to-toe last night. Well, if you missed all the action, stay tuned for the highlights.
And see why right now there are more reasons than ever to plan your trip to St. Augustine.
Hello, Jupiter to Cuesta. I need some help with my air conditioning.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
We took America's best-selling car and turned everything up a notch. The Toyota Camry. What bold moves will you make? Get 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 cash back on a new 2015 Toyota Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
With Empire Today's new half-price sale, our best sale. Get beautiful floors and professional installation for half price. That's carpet with installation, half price. Hardwood with installation, half price. Tile or vinyl plus installation, half price. And laminate with installation, half price. That's half price for your whole project. Floors and professional installation. It's Empire's new half-price sale. Schedule now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. I really shouldn't. No, you know what? I should. And I will. I deserve this. I'm a BOGO finding, weekly ad flipping, couponing mastermind. Who's saving big time? This girl. Can I help you? Indeed. This queen of savings deserves a reward. A cannoli, please.
The weekly ad, BOGOs, and coupons. 3 easy ways to save at the same place you love to shop. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Technology is making the things around us smarter than ever before. It's making our day-to-day easier. And now, what powers those things is smart too. With the smart technology behind FPL's online energy dashboard, you can keep track of your energy use. And when you take the free online home energy survey, you'll see where you're using the most energy and find smart, new ways to save up to $250 a year. Visit fpl.com/easy to save and learn how to make your bill even lower. Hello, Jupiter to Cuesta. I need some help with my plumbing.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Right now on Today on 5 at 11, it is a weather alert day with a, well, like we have to tell you, a rainy start to the day, and more is expected.
More is expected. Let's get the latest from Storm Team 5 meteorologist Glenn Glazer. Glenn?
Hi, Glenn.
Good afternoon. Yeah, we saw a lot of heavy rainfall this morning. We've seen some spots of heavy rainfall from mid-morning until now. And here's what we're looking at. We are looking at the chance today for some more localized flooding. That's going to be the main weather threat through the rest of the day. The lightning risk is moderate. We will see some lightning, and there's also a slight tornadic risk today. We could see some funnel clouds develop as we continue through the afternoon. We do have some heavy rainfall moving right along the coast in Palm Beach County right now. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see Boca getting a little bit of a break. It's really from Boynton up through West Palm and into Palm Beach Gardens and Jupiter. We have that heavy rain right now. We also have some rain in the Stewart area, a little bit near Pahokee and Belle Glade, and so far looking pretty good this hour up in Indian River County, but St. Lucie County is starting to get a little bit of rainfall moving from south to north. That's the general direction that rainfall will be moving today, from south to north. And we've got the potential for quite a bit of rainfall as we continue through the afternoon hours. In fact, we could see anywhere from 2 to 4 inches in isolated locations and everywhere else, maybe a quarter of an inch to a half an inch. But I think we'll see more in many, many spots across the area as we continue into the afternoon. So forecast for today, mid-80s. It is a weather alert day, at least until 8 o'clock this evening. Widespread rainfall possible through the afternoon. Southeasterly winds will stay a little breezy all day, about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, rainfall will taper off during the evening hours. Then overnight tonight, just a chance for some isolated rain and temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. And tomorrow, we once again may have to call a weather alert day. We're expecting more heavy rainfall throughout the day tomorrow. We'll talk more about that and your weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Republican presidential candidates are back on the campaign trail today after a wide-ranging debate last night. Now, they talked about everything from marijuana and vaccines to Iran and the economy. It was long, more than 3 hours. Well, just in case you missed it or didn't stay up to catch the end of the action, News Channel 5's Ashley Walters has the highlights.
Rand Paul shouldn't even be on this stage. Do we want someone with that kind of character, that kind of careless language, to be negotiating with Putin?
After opening with an unprovoked attack, Donald Trump mixed it up with Jeb Bush.
When he asked Florida to have casino gambling, we said no.
Wrong.
We said no, and that's the simple fact. The simple
fact make things
is,
up, Jeb. Don't
cut me off.
Come
sir.
on, don't make things up.
Scott Walker jumped in.
We don't need an apprentice in the White House. We have one right now.
As Trump defended not knowing the names of terrorists, Marco Rubio pounced.
And a president better be up to date on those issues on his first day in office, or on her first day in office.
Carly Fiorina laid out plans for a strong military and confronted Trump's comments about her face.
I think women all over this country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said.
There were differences on issues. Iran.
On the very first day in office, I will rip to shreds this catastrophic Iranian nuclear deal.
Immigration.
If we don't seal the border, the rest of the stuff really doesn't matter.
Jobs and the economy.
At the end of the day, America's got to work.
Taxes.
I think the fair tax makes more sense.
And Hillary Clinton.
We shouldn't be fighting with each other. She's the real opponent. She's the real problem.
Ashley Walters, WPTV News Channel 5.
The Trump name makes good money these days. Literally, a variety of retailers say that they've seen sales go up for anything with the name Donald Trump on it. The uptick seems to track along with Trump's rise in the polls. Sellers on eBay say they've seen a surge in orders for shirts and gear. People are even making a buck off old stock certificates bearing his name.
Well, maybe you weren't aware, but shacking up in Florida is actually illegal. But after 147 years, it could soon be legal. Yesterday, the House Criminal Justice Subcommittee voted in favor of a bill to repeal the prohibition on cohabitation. Right now, it is a $500 fine and up to 60 days in jail if a man and woman are living together. Florida, Michigan, and Mississippi are the only states that still have a law on the books that makes cohabitation illegal.
Question, how much of this state have you actually seen and enjoyed? Sure, Orlando is usually the first place to visit, but what about the first place in Florida ever settled? My colleague Roxanne Stein had a chance to find even more reasons why now may be the best time to go.
This month, we celebrate the 450th anniversary of the founding of America's oldest city, St. Augustine. Kara Franker, Florida travel expert, joins us now live from the Fountain of Youth in St. Augustine. And Kara, it's so nice to have you with us because I think a lot of people, when they think of Florida, they think of it as mostly relatively new. But the precise spot where you are right now has a very deep history, doesn't it?
That's absolutely correct. And a lot of people don't realize that. I'll tell you, St. Augustine is, like you said, the oldest city in the country. And you know, we learn in our school system English tradition. So we learn about Plymouth, we learn about Jamestown. But St. Augustine was founded 42 years before Jamestown. It really is the oldest city.
That's really cool. Now, I know the Vatican, for this big celebration, has loaned St. Augustine some items for the very first time. Tell us about them.
Oh yeah, it's a great opportunity, and the reason why they're doing this is because St. Augustine is actually the site of the first Catholic parish. So the same day that Pedro Menendez de Avila set foot on the soil 450 years ago was the same day the church was established. So to, give this important moment in history some credence, what they did is they sent a relic from St. St. Augustine of Hippo over here for 1 month only, and to help kind of celebrate this occasion and to really get people excited.
I think that just illustrates the rich history that St. Augustine has. And I know that there were more than 60 authentic sites in the St. Augustine area. Give us just a highlight. I know you can't go through all 60 of them, but just a little bit of some of the highlights of those 60 sites.
Well, I'll tell you, one of my favorite places to visit is the Castillo de San Marcos. And it's this giant fort. It sits right on the water. So you can climb up to the top. You can explore the walls. You can see exactly what the Spaniards saw as far as that drop-dead gorgeous view 400 years ago. And it's a really interesting place to, talk about ghost tours and those type of things. St. Augustine's kind of got that allure as well. So there's a lot of things to see. The Cathedral Basilica is another beautiful, beautiful piece of architecture. It's a church, and they're doing several ceremonies there today, too. I mean, there's something here for everyone.
Well, also, doesn't that cathedral have some Tiffany glass? One of the landmarks in St. Augustine, I know there's Tiffany glass, the stained glass, and it's just magnificent. And I also know, besides a lot of that history, St. Augustine is just a fabulous place to visit with great beaches, great restaurants, just really nice bed and breakfast as well. I mean, that's just a really good reason to visit, in fact, in addition to the 450th anniversary.
Oh yeah, the 450th anniversary is just icing on the cake, and they did really cut like a 1,000 person cake. So it's a great place to be. If your couple is looking for romance, like you mentioned, the bed and breakfast here are fabulous. For your family, you can spend time on the beach, 42 miles of pristine beaches, and they're not super crowded. So it's a great place to come with the whole family.
All right, what about the legend if your puppy or your dog, I guess, drinks out of the water there? What happens?
Oh, yes. Okay, so I named my dog Ponce de Leon because I'm a little bit obsessed with Florida and history. And so he's the cutest little mini schnauzer, like you'd love him. But what's really great is the Fountain of Youth, the place that we're at today. It's pet friendly, and you can come and your dog can actually drink out of the Fountain of Youth. So we call it the Fountain of Pooch. It's really fun.
I love it. All right, Kara, so nice to talk to you and catch up on everything going on in St. Augustine. A wonderful place for anyone to visit. Great staycation spot, too. Kara Franker, thanks for your time.
Love St. Augustine. It's definitely a great
nice.
a lot
I've been there
of history.
several times.
Yep.
It's nice. Love it.
We go every year. Well, everyone seems to have a favorite when it comes to fast food. So how would yours fare? See why many are not making the grade.
And it could be just the open door some people have been waiting for. The shipping giant that will soon be looking at adding to its staff.
It's the I-95 RV show in Port St. Lucie. You'll save thousands on a new or used RV. Like this new Itasca by Winnebago Sun Cruiser. Discounted over $55,000. The I-95 RV show is going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
It doesn't matter how ordinary you think you are. We all have the potential to be heroes.
Why am I so important?
You're going to help save the world. Heroes Reborn, the special 2-hour premiere next Thursday on NBC.
Welcome to the game. We gamble on crime. Will you be our player?
Critics call The Player the best game on television.
We'll see if he lives.
The Player premieres next Thursday, 10/9 Central on NBC.
Eyeglass World asks, what do you look for when you buy glasses?
I like to mix it up, so I need bold styles, classic styles, and affordable prices. Having lots of choices and saving money is important. That's why I come to Eyeglass World.
Only Eyeglass World gives you 2 pairs for $78, so you can always afford more than 1 pair.
My glasses are part of my personal style. They're me.
Eyeglass World. Glasses that make the difference. Prices that make it possible.
We'll have you smiling again. Herbert Dental Group.
Tired of loose, uncomfortable dentures? Here's the solution. Using the newest technology, Ferber Dental Group can make you teeth that snap in. You'll eat the foods you love with no need for messy glues. Ferber can do your treatment for far less money with affordable payment plans. So get your life back. Call us today and we'll have you smiling again.
Now open in Boca and Lake Worth.
I was referred to Laser Medica by a friend of mine, and I had a torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus tear. It was a condition where I did not want to go into surgery to deal with chronic pain for the rest of my life. I did about 7 treatments before I started noticing results, and I've done a total of 20, and now everyone cannot believe that I'm actually running and walking and biking like I've done just 6 months ago. I have no idea how it works, but it works.
At Laser Medica, you have nothing to lose but your pain.
News on WPTV is sponsored by Stanley Steamer.
It's the I-95 Summer RV Show. A huge selection of RVs in air-conditioned comfort. Like this new Itasca by Winnebago Rayo, discounted to just $501 per month. The I-95 Summer RV Show going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
Good morning and welcome back. Time now is 11:40, and look at that rainy weather out there. Wow. That's pretty incredible. That's what we've been dealing with for quite a while today. It is a weather alert day, and as it says right there, more rain is expected this afternoon. Make sure that you pack your umbrella before you leave the house today. Wow, what a day it's been. There's a new report card out for fast food restaurants, and many got a failing grade. Starbucks and Wendy's both failed, while Panera Bread and Chipotle passed with flying colors. In the middle were Chick-fil-A, Dunkin' Donuts, and Mickey D's, McDonald's. The report was based on a coalition of health and environmental groups. They took a close look at what is in the meat and the poultry sold at several popular chains.
Bring a package. What can UPS do for you? Well, maybe give you a job. Today, UPS is announcing plans to hire up to 95,000 workers across the country ahead of the holidays. The jobs available are a mix of both seasonal and permanent positions. The company is looking for drivers helpers, and package handlers to assist with the upcoming holiday rush. UPS says that many of its seasonal positions serve as a foot in the door opportunities for full-time careers at the company. You've been hearing a lot about weather today. On the other side of the spectrum, see how the conditions in one part of the country may be cultivating a tasty new venture. You're watching Today on 5 at 11. Local coverage you can count on being joined by John. Sneak it in.
New tacos are taking Hurricane Grill and Wings by storm. Try our mesquite beef, tropical chicken, or Carolina pulled pork tacos with chips and salsa for just $7.99. This flavor forecast won't last long, so visit one of our 7 Palm Beach area locations today.
Do you have loose or missing teeth? Do you cover your mouth when you laugh? Appearance Implants of Jupiter can give you the smile you've always wanted. Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. We have helped thousands of people like you feel confident and secure. And with fees this low, you'll have lots to smile about. Why wait any longer to have the smile you've always wanted? Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. Appearance Implants of Jupiter. Quality dentistry at affordable prices.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze. And he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. The lines are gone.
Oh my God, wow. I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including a second $60 bottle of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95. Dr. Orden will even include his Micro-Pure Resurfacing Pads, Intensive Repair Serum, and Collagen Lift Moisturizer, a $200 value, free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to Express Delivery. That's a $15 value, free. Plus, you even get to try it risk-free for 30 days with our money-back guarantee. But you must call to order. Call 1-800-399-2119. That's 1-800-399-2119. Order now.
The forecast calls for a 100% chance of spicy, sweet, and savory flavors. Try them all with our new beach combo. Get jumbo wings or hurricane boneless wing dippers, plus your choice of sliders, nachos, tacos, and more. Just $10.99 for a limited time at Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Welcome back. Many parts of our viewing area are getting hit right now with the latest wave of rough weather.
News Channel 5's Charlie Keegan is live in Boca Raton with a look at what's rolling through there. Charlie?
Tanya and John, the rain has kind of started to taper off a little bit here in Boca Raton, just a drizzle at this point. But during that 10 o'clock hour, it came down pretty hard, really consistent rainfall, and it puddled up in places like this. The puddle you're looking at now is about 4 inches rather deep. This parking lot and the side streets are really seeing water pile up. If you would look at more of the main roads, this is Federal Highway, just a little north of Yamato. We have not seen any kind of significant puddles or buildup of water on those main roads. Traffic seems to be moving pretty smoothly. No issues in the Boca Raton area that we're seeing weather-related. Emergency officials, though, do ask people to slow down when the roads are wet like this. Also, turn your headlights on when you have to use your windshield wipers. So right now, a break in the weather in Boca Raton where no rain really falling at this point, but we have seen some puddles along the side of the road and wet roads for drivers out there today. In Boca Raton, Charlie Keegan, WPTV News Channel 5.
Charlie, thank you. An update now on breaking news of a hazmat situation in which a local Holiday Inn was evacuated near Belvedere Road and Australian Avenue. This is right near Palm Beach International Airport. The authorities say some sort of spray was left inside of a room, somehow got discharged. Now, no one was sprayed directly, but those walking down the hall were affected. One person was taken to the hospital for treatment. Now, the West Palm Beach Police Department is investigating whether any charges would be filed. Part of Belvedere Road near the railroad tracks on 95 remains closed. The drought is sweetening things in Oregon. Oregon's drought hurt farmers all across the state, but grapes flourish, making for an early harvest. Terrebonne's Faith, Hope, and Charity Vineyards harvested its first grapes this week. The winery owner says it was a perfect growing season with high temperatures during the day and cooler temperatures at night, which make for great wine.
Well, you know him from MTV, Comedy Central, and of course, Last Comic Standing right here on News Channel 5. Jeff Dye is here with us today. Ta-da! Hey, good to see you.
I like looking at myself on the little monitor.
I see that. A lot of guests like to do that.
Yeah, I like to check it out.
Eyes on me, eyes on me.
Sorry, my fault.
All right. Well, you told us that you were on Hollywood Game Night, which returns to NBC this fall. What was that like?
It's a very fun show. I found out that some celebrities are better at answering questions than others.
Sure.
Michelle Trachtenberg, not very good at that game.
Really?
But the point is having fun, and we had a bunch of fun and raised some money.
And you had some fun.
Yeah.
Were you pretty good at it?
Yeah.
Were you one of those celebrities that...
Yeah, no, I was good at the game. I got our first like 5 or 6 points, and from what I remember of it, we had a good time.
Well, you look pretty sharp, and there's a little bit of drinking there.
Yeah, there is.
The
some
almost winners go to the bar over there.
Yeah.
I've seen
40
it.
ounces.
Wow. All right, so obviously you're excited that football season is underway. Do you have a favorite team?
I'm betting all my money on where are we at? The Miami Dolphins.
The Miami Dolphins.
Let me tell you, that's my team right there. I love these guys.
You're such a homer.
Bunch of silly gooses out there, you know.
Silly Dolphins.
Yeah.
But you grew up in Seattle, right?
I grew up in Seattle. I'm a big Seahawks fan. But I bet $75,000 that Ndamukong Suh is going to kick a man's chest next week.
I bet.
And
that's a pretty good bet.
The odds aren't that. I mean, the odds are really good that will happen.
Yeah. Well, we just hope that the Dolphins have a pretty good season and make it to the playoffs for the first time in forever. You
Literally
spent some
forever.
time recently with Captain Kirk, Terry Bradshaw, and some others.
George Foreman and Henry Winkler. Yeah, we just got back from Asia.
Fonz.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was 6.5 weeks in Asia with those 4 old guys. And the show's called Better Late Than Never, and it comes out in like December or January-ish on NBC.
And all those guys are, funny too, and they have
they're all
they have
great
a nice
dudes.
history.
They all are senior citizens. They all have to go to the bathroom every hour. But they're also great guys.
And one of them has been a boxer who has
George Foreman.
pummeled a lot of people.
Yeah, George Foreman is one of the only boxers to escape brain damage.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
He's still really sharp.
Yeah, I mean, just ask his kids. George Jr., George Jr., George Jr.
He's got like 6 or 7.
George Jr.
He didn't waste any time on Georges or any money on monograms.
It's the way
they're
it
all
works.
the same thing, right. And he's got the George Foreman grill, which made him ton of money.
Yeah, I think hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars.
Hundreds of dollars.
I mean, I don't know.
Millions and millions.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Jeff Dye will be at the West Palm Beach Improv all weekend long at City Place. And for tickets, check their website. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us today, and
Thanks
have a great time, all right?
You're the best.
Always
we'll see
good
you at
to
the
see
shows.
All
If you
right.
want to meet him, he'll be at all the shows too.
I'll be wearing a white T-shirt, so
You'll
we'll be like
recognize
twins.
him.
All right, back over to you.
Well, if you missed the season finale of America's Got Talent last night, there is a new winner this morning. Ventriloquist Paul Zernin won AGT's 10th season at Radio City Music Hall in New York City. Strong performances and fewer votes helped him win the $1 million prize. He will also be a headliner in Las Vegas for 1 year.
Oh, that guy was really, really good. He did a lot of different voices. Okay, here's a look at what's happening today, our weather alert day, and here's what you need to know. Through the rest of the afternoon, as we head into the afternoon hours here, very heavy rainfall possible, some localized flooding, and it could be a very slick afternoon commute as that heavy rainfall moves through the area. We're looking at downtown West Palm Beach on our Live 5 camera. You can see the drops of rain on the camera lens there. And take a look at this. Rainfall kind of scooting up along the coast right now. Some of it pretty heavy right along the coast in Palm Beach County. Treasure Coast with some spotty rainfall and the same right around Lake Okeechobee. Let me show you a little bit of a closer view here. Boca looking pretty good all the way down to Pompano here. But Boynton Beach to West Palm to Palm Beach Gardens and up to Jupiter, that's some moderate to heavy rainfall coming down. And some of the streets are already having trouble draining from earlier rainfall today. Indiantown, a little bit of rainfall moving through. Belglade and Pahokee as well. Stewart, a little shower just passed on through. Now that's headed up to the north and fallen apart. And Vero Beach to Sebastian, relatively quiet except along the coast right there where we're seeing some rainfall moving on in. So as we take a look at Vipercast through the afternoon, over the next couple of hours or so, just some spotty rainfall, but it could be heavy in spots. As we get to mid to late afternoon and into the early evening, that's when we have the potential for more showers and thunderstorms, numerous to widespread, moving from south to north. Some of that rainfall could be very heavy during that afternoon/evening commute, and then tapering off during the evening hours. Let's take it out into the tropics here. We've got that area of low pressure that's really helping churn away out there to the west of us and bring in all that moisture and all that rainfall. That's got a 30% chance for development. It's going to head up to the north toward the coasts of Georgia and the Carolinas by the end of the weekend. The farther away it gets from us, the less of a chance for rain we have. So it's going to start moving a little more tomorrow and a lot more Saturday and Sunday. Tropical depression number 9 still way out here in the Atlantic. 80% chance for this area of low pressure to develop, neither of which look like there'll be any kind of problem for the Caribbean or the United States. In fact, tropical depression number 9 is likely to fall apart over the next 48 hours or so and just stay right out here in the ocean. So no big deal. It's what we call a fish storm, only bothering the fish. An 80% chance for rain today and tomorrow. As that low moves away from us, rain chances drop down to around 50% on Saturday and then 30% on Sunday. Sunday looks like the nicer of the 2 days if you have plans outside, but Saturday won't be too bad, but there will be a chance for showers and a few thunderstorms. And then back to our average rain chances Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Wow. But the rest of the week looks like it's for the frogs.
Right.
They're the only ones in the ducks.
And by the
enjoying
way,
it.
I do hear the frogs at night.
Yeah.
So much
come out
rain.
like this, yeah.
They do. Well, who doesn't love a rabbit? After all, they're cute and they're cuddly.
But they're not so cute and cuddly when they're interfering with football. See how they're actually causing quite a hazard on one field.
Storm Team 5 Weather Alert Day activated. That means hourly updates, continuous coverage everywhere, and important information about your neighborhood until the weather passes. Storm Team 5 Weather Alert Day activated today.
When it's 5 o'clock on News Channel 5, you need to know what's happening right now. Steve Winkle with weather safety and accuracy right when and where you need it. WPTV News Channel 5.
Smart technology can help you make the most of family time. It can bring you together in bold new ways and help create unforgettable moments. And now, the energy that powers smart technology is smart too. With FPL's online energy dashboard, you can view your energy use over time and check how changes in temperature affect your bill. And with the free online home energy survey, you'll find new ways to save up to $250 a year. Visit fpl.com/easy to save and start today.
If you struggle with type 2 diabetes, you're certainly not alone.
Fortunately, many have found a different kind of medicine that lowers blood sugar. Imagine what it would be like to love your numbers. Discover once daily Invokana. It's the #1 prescribed in the newest class of medicines that work with the kidneys to lower A1C. Invokana is used along with diet and exercise to significantly lower blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes. It's a once daily pill that works around the clock. Here's how. The kidneys allow sugar to be absorbed back into the body. Invokana reduces the amount of sugar allowed back in and sends some sugar out through the process of urination. And while it's not for weight loss, it may help you lose weight. Invokana can cause important side effects, including dehydration, which may cause you to feel dizzy, faint, lightheaded, or weak, especially when you stand up. Other side effects may include kidney problems, genital yeast infections, urinary tract infections, changes in urination, high potassium in the blood, or increases in cholesterol. Do not take Invokana if you have severe kidney problems or are on dialysis. Stop taking and call your doctor right away if you experience symptoms such as rash, swelling, or difficulty breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about any medical conditions, medications you are taking, and if you have kidney or liver problems. Using Invokana with the sulfonylurea or insulin may increase risk of low blood sugar. It's time. Lower your blood sugar with Invokana. Imagine loving your numbers. There's only one Invokana. Ask your doctor about it by name.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
A picturesque island town near Seattle is being overrun by bunnies. Now, while they may be cute, not so much on the football field, a lot of rabbits mean a lot of rabbit pellets and plenty of rabbit holes. They say as quickly as landscapers fill the holes, the rabbits dig them up again. Well, these wabbits are thought to be the result of a few critters who escaped from a county fair 20 or 30 years ago.
You were supposed to say these wascally wabbits. We're already hard at work to bring you some new and interesting ideas for tomorrow. In addition to all the news and weather going on, we'll also be going to Orlando for a sneak peek at what's new at Universal Studios, just in time for your Halloween horror. Plus, have a lovable pet who's sometimes just a little naughty? We've got a guest who can help you change your dog's bad habits and learn why sickle cell anemia is not just a disease that only affects African Americans. At 11:57, here are the things that you need to know before you go.
Now, bear spray is to blame for an incident at a West Palm Beach Holiday Inn in which guests and employees were evacuated. The spray was left in a room. Now, word yet on who sprayed the chemical. At least one person was taken to the hospital. Guests and workers have been allowed back in. And deputies are investigating after some drugs washed ashore in Palm Beach Martin County line this morning. It's not clear the kind of drugs or if anyone has been arrested. We have reached out to PBSO and will keep you up to date with the very latest.
Pope Francis will be making his first trip to the U.S. next week. Following his trip to Cuba this weekend, we want to remind you to stay tuned to News Channel 5 for all your Pope travel coverage. News Channel 5's Michael Williams is traveling with Michelle Casada. They're going to Cuba for the Pope's visit there this weekend. And
Republican presidential candidates are back on the campaign trail today after a wide-ranging debate last night. They talked about everything from marijuana and vaccines to Iran and the economy. And of course, all candidates talked about part-time Palm Beacher Donald Trump, who still leads in the polls.
All right, well, do we have a final look at weather here?
It's a mess out there. We've had a lot of flooding down in Broward County. We've had some heavy rainfall in our area. National Weather Service just confirming an EF0 tornado touchdown in Broward County near Griffin Road earlier this morning. So there is the potential for some tornadic activity. There we go. Some pictures there from WTVJ down in Miami, but coming in from Fort Lauderdale there. And that's a mess in Broward County there. We can see some of that in our area later on today as well. Let's take another look at the radar, and you can see that rain traveling from south to north. Do we have our radar? There we go. And there it is, kind of just working its way up to the north. It'll keep doing that. We should see rainfall increase today. 80% chance for showers and thunderstorms as we get into the afternoon hours here today and tomorrow. We could have to call another weather alert day tomorrow. Weekend looking better, a little drier Saturday, a lot drier Sunday.
All right,
Thanks for joining us today for Today on 5 and 11. A big thank you to Mr. Food and that wonderful cake.
Oh, yeah.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Forgot about that.
Today on Rachel Ray. The undisputed queen of comedy is unveiling classic moments you haven't seen in almost 40 years.
Are you a football fan by any chance?
Then, discover what this doctor eats to keep the doctor away.
Curry. It's so spicy. It's so spicy.
And once the doctor is gone, tear into these mac and cheese nachos. Touchdown! And now, are you ready for Rachel?
Swear to you, we're standing backstage and Carol says, I said, we're gonna walk out together. Well, I don't know if they'll even recognize me. Come on, Carol. Carol Burnett, of course, is in the house with us today, and you guys made her feel very welcome. So, you do get recognized everywhere you go, don't you?
Actually, what's really nice is that now I'm starting to get fan mail from 10-year-olds and 9 and
that's illegal in a lot of states, Carol.
Just mail.
Just mail.
And teenagers and kids in college and everything because of being the DVDs being out and also being on YouTube and stuff like that.
Right.
And I go around the country every so often, and I do Q&A with the audience, you know, and I'm getting all kinds of, and I never know what anybody's going to ask because there are no plants in the audience. And this one time last year, a little boy in the second row raised his hand, and he was really young, and I said, well, first, what's your name? And he said, Andrew. And I said, how old are you, Andrew? And he said, 9.